Opa. Hi, Hadassah. Mainani. Makoe. How are the hospitals doing? You guys are opening today. Tell me what's going on. Does that change? You're on the front line. How is that front line? Liati. Liati. This is... Do y'all understand what's going on here? Hold on. I need more music. Do you understand? This is my first cafe. My cappuccino. My upside down coffee. רותח, מעט קצב חזק. Wait, רותח, מעט קצב, דל שומן. מעט קצב, did I say מעט קצב? Wait. דל שומן, רותח. חזק במעט קצב. מה אני אמרתי? My favorite coffee. We have the best cafe in Israel. It's probably the Chalav, which I don't drink, so I haven't really had milk, but this is a big deal, everybody. The idea that I'm holding a cup, I've sterilized it about 700 times. So, talk about love. I'm baking a cake. I'm doing all these things, in Casa Misalis, and I get this message, coffee on Nordo. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. So I have a small cafe in my backyard now, and my friend showed up with a pizza. I had a slice. This New Yorker had a slice. It's been, my God, more than 6 months. It's so ridiculous because I was so sick. So I wasn't having pizza like November. Yeah, and I don't have it often anyway. It was such a big deal. I'm like that guy in captivity. Galit. My friend's like, what are you talking about? Gilad Shalit? Yeah. So this Gilad Shalit was kidnapped. So I wasn't kidnapped, but I feel like I'm in Beit Zohar. What's that called, you guys? Whatever. I don't want to say too much Hebrew until I'm ready, right? My public Hebrew. So, Beit Zohar, isn't that jail? So it was so crazy. He's looking at me. He's like, look at you. And I was like, it took me so long to eat one piece of pizza. It was like, like when I watched the waves, that was like having a slice. And look, it's taking me so long to drink this coffee, but I'm just so excited. It's like, yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Ooh. Big day tomorrow, everybody. This one's going, it's not to the lung department. It's called the coughing department. My friend checked it. He's like, you're going to the cough department. I was like, but I started in the lung department. So now you're going to the cough department, which is good because I've been coughing since November. Hence why I'm in this crazy situation in the middle of a pandemic. Hadass, if you have something to tell me, just write it. This is a weird day today. I'm a very happy camper. Just... After I very much indulged. I should wake up a whale as I've eaten two pieces of pizza, my coffee. I made a cake. Oh, I just made the best salmon with sesame, soy, ginger, garlic. Oh, with some broccoli. Wow, it's so good. And then I had a massage. Because yes, my favorite person who shows up with a pizza and a coffee is also a healer, and I can't go that way. No, it's why I probably was having issues swimming. Anyway, maybe it'll make me cough more. I have no idea, but yeah, all around good day. Then I was like, all right, I need to exercise, and as you can see, my one outing out, I just ended up on my belly, sitting on a grassy spot in the park. Can't swim right now between the ear and the jellyfish and the big waves. So I'm on hafsaka. I'm on a cicada. What's that word called? Hafsaka is a break. what's that called when you leave like school or work? I'm having so much troubles with like big English words that I'm really into like looking them up and remembering them. So, what's the word? Hatasa, do you know what I'm talking about? Hiatus? Is that the word? Yeah. I'm on a sea hiatus. I'm on a swimming hiatus. I gotta figure out this year. Lovely. Okay. Here's what's really I've been thinking a lot about. And now I'm gonna get a little serious. I'm getting hot too. Oh, I'm so hot. So I watched we'll go backwards to go forwards. I watched the rally, the Trump rally. You know, I'm a New Yorker. I always say it like this. It's not the most comfortable person for me to watch, to agree with, but, you know, when it comes between Biden and his squad, I'm pushed to the other side. And so I've been really watching every move on the Trump side, including this rally. Now, many months, maybe a year ago, my mentor's wife said to me something, because I was like, Trump. She's like, I need you to understand something. When you start watching him, look at him not as someone as you recall as presidential, but like a guy that grew up in Jamaica and Queens, and he's a little hoodie and a little, like just don't take every single word. Now, right now we're living in media microscopic world where every single word, every single letter matters, right? So it's funny because the one comment that Trump made with that, like, it was humor. He was very funny, by the way. I mean, when he started to describe the whole West Point thing, like, I was literally laughing, and I wrote a friend, and I'm like, when did he get so funny? And he's like, Liz, he's always funny. And I don't think we're really used to having a funny president. You know, they're allowed to be funny on SNL. Like, it depends on what they're doing. But when a president is speaking to his constituents, people that fully back him 100%, like the last place I'd ever be is in a rally. The last place I'd ever be is in a Trump rally. The last place I'd ever be is in a Trump rally during a pandemic. Okay. But those people were diehards. Those were his constituents. Those are the people that, like, no matter what he says or does, they're like, yay! If they even understand English or not or whatever, they love him. Okay. Now, when he talked, I was more like put off by the children thing and the whole thing with children and children immunity. I'm like, oh, he's going to get bashed. But instead, first of all, you can't stop with the damn numbers. So we're going to stop with numbers because even the corona numbers are really, really messing people up because he's talking about, okay, so I was talking about numbers and then a friend put me on the whole spinning thing. And then I'm like, it's more about percentage. So it's not just the literal number, but it's numbers, percentage numbers. That's what's really important when you want to understand the growth and the spread of the outbreak. Okay. So he talked about testing. Oh, hello. Like every time I'm like, numbers are up, everyone's like, testing is up. Numbers are up, testing is up. And so he's like, okay, lower the testing, numbers will go down. He was joking. Across the board, he's never, ever, ever, ever touched a lack of testing. They've tested the most. Was it 20 million people? Like, America's a huge place. They had the most testing in the world. So can we go on to the next topic already? Can we just start to talk about politics? Can we talk about reform? Can we talk about bettering the world? Can we start talking about really important things and not what CNN is obsessing and what the hater syndrome? I mean, you guys are really ridiculous. I see what you're posting, and I'm shocked. Like, you're intelligent people. Don't put yourself in that way. Let's Kadima move forward, right? You know, no matter who wins the election in November, we need to get to the bigger picture. Instead, it's like this constant, now it's like bickering over this, it's really ridiculous with the testing. I understand. CNN never said a word during all the protests. Thousands, hundreds and thousands of people in the streets with no mask next to each other. I'm telling you, I'm a germaphobe. I'm freaked out about this whole pandemic thing. I was watching like a hawk, flipping out, like writing people all the time, like, oh my God, is everyone gonna get sick? Are they all gonna get sick? I mean, even violent people, like even when they were looting, I'm like, aren't they all gonna get sick? So CNN said nothing about it. Why? And if they dislike Trump so much, and they hate him so much, right? Like, so aren't they wishing he gets this and dies? I mean, I know that sounds so morbid, but I mean, isn't that like the underlying dialogue? Because that's what they sound like. I mean, Don Lemon, vitriol, is that the word? Don Lemon is so full of hate and rage and anger. He's like foaming at the mouth. And I mean, if something happened to Trump, wouldn't he be happy? So wouldn't you be, I don't know. There was so much frustration about having this rally inside, which I thought was crazy. I really did. I was fighting with all the Trumpers and I'm like, guys, it's just retarded. Just go outside. No, there's a security issue. I'm like, no, go outside. So now the people didn't show up. So now they're talking about who showed up. Who cares? Who cares? Because nowadays, as you can see, we could all watch on TV and whatever. But he's allowed to talk to his constituents with a sense of humor. When he's addressing from the Oval Office the public in a social situation, in a social justice situation, in a legal situation, in signing for something, he cannot be joking. But he's talking to his constituents. And so we all need to take a breath. You don't like him. No matter what he says, you're not going to like, you're never going to think he's funny. You're nothing. I'm telling you. Listen, I used to watch, I was cringing. And then slowly friends would say, no, watch it like this or this. And so it was like a straining thing that I went through. And I also started listening to the good he did. And I focused on good, not bad, which is important. Now, at the end of the day, did anyone see the preacher that I found this morning? I loved his message. I think he was talking about the Messiah. And a lot of Christians feel that if the Messiah comes, then that's the end of Judaism, by the way. And that's why so many evangelicals really come and support Israel, because that means they would take over Israel. Anyway, Moshiach. So that's on the Jewish side. If the Moshiach does come, by the way, everyone has the freedom to do whatever, and all sins, everything is just it's a new world. It's a new day dawning. So get ready, Moshiach is on the way. But the reality of it is we have a choice. I talk about this each time it'll come up. Good and evil, make a choice. Faith is good. Makes you believe in something. But faith shouldn't drive you to an extreme right or an extreme left. Extreme's no good. No. That can bring you to evil, right? Because then you're like, oh, I'm so devout that God is telling me to do this or this. No. Your mind is telling you to do this or that, and you are in control of your own destiny. And now it's your choice, right? Freedom of choice, good and evil. Pick it. I choose good. Adessa, are you still with me? Are you choosing good? What are you choosing? So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Just got to spark some joy. You have to enjoy a coffee for 3 hours. I've never been more excited. And this is it's really good from Liati. Actually, this is the cafe during all the lockdown. And I talked about it, that you have to go to these guys. They're in Basel Square in Tel Aviv. And I think he's kosher and he's Shomer Shabbat, but he's not a religious guy. He's totally secular, but they're traditional. And him and his wife decided, and they have kids too. He's the nicest guy ever. He was I have maybe there's 10 of the nicest Israelis to me, because there's only probably 10. So if you're one of them, please write me. If you don't think you're one of them, write me and we'll discuss it, right? That's important. So these guys are so cute. And during the lockdown, they struggled. And I was like, I want to help you. How can I help you? So how cute. He put his wife on Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's her. He put her. Well, her name is Lati. Maybe she owned the cafe and she married the guy. I don't know. Who knows? There's a lot of powerful women in Israel. Israeli women are very, very powerful. But she's as kind as he is, right? Anyway, they decided that they were going to be kosher. They are kosher. I realize now. And they watch the Shabbat. So they close on Shabbat. And it's a family time. It's a beautiful thing. And not all the stores do that in Basel Square. A few of them do. French cafes do. So it's a lovely thing. And that's about it. Wish me luck tomorrow when I go to the Department of Coughing. Isn't that the weirdest thing? That there is a Department of Coughing. Was an outbreak last week in Ichilov. That's the hospital. I'm not too sure what the deal is right now. Oh, this is like the eye department. By the way, I got this tremendous bill from the eye department, which I wasn't supposed to. Oh, it's so crazy how it's just, it doesn't always work. But, yeah, I'm taking a lot. I started taking magnesium, more vitamin C, and lysine. I don't know why, but for some reason I have it. So I don't know, anybody into vitamins right now? I'm like, just take whatever you got. And since I've been getting ready for this pandemic for many years, I'm set with a lot of different things, as everybody knows. All right, I'm going to go deal with my neck ache because it hurts. Ciao for now. I'm going to send you kisses. It's been a while. Nashikot and Ahava. Ahava is not just a moisturizer. I haven't said that in a while. Leati Cafe in Basel. Go. It's very, very, very good cafe. Ouch. And, yeah, Ma'od. Ahava. Ahava means love. There's love. And I'll see you Macharish, and Machar is tomorrow. So, Laila Tov from Tel Aviv. Shalom, shalom, Yoram. Hasta luego.